First, my next guest describes the ObamaCare website as a, quote, technological disaster. And here to explain how he would solve this mess is technology expert, president of FMS, a software development company, Luke Chung. How are you? Very nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you. Thanks for having me.
You're Harvard grad.
Yep.
Okay, you're a computer whiz. Can I say that?
Sure.
All right, I've spoken to you before. How bad is this? What you tried to log on at 5:30 the first day, right, in the morning.
I was excited the first day. I wanted to get an insurance quote. I have to buy insurance. I have a small business, unsubsidized health care. I wanted to get a quote, see how my policies compared with what ACA offered.
So 5:30 the first day in the morning, you get up specifically to do this, right?
Well, I was up.
You're up at 5:30.
So,
I'm sleeping.
for some strange reason that day.
Okay.
But so I went on, and as I went through the process, I was just aghast at how awful the process was. The questions that they were asking, the personal information that they were requesting, when I just wanted to get a quote. I didn't want to apply. I just wanted to know what was available and how much it cost.
Okay, so explain. So did you get that? Were you able to get there?
No, I wasn't able to get there because as I was using it, the system kept crashing on me.
Yeah.
And as soon as it started crashing, I was like, oh my God, this is not ready for prime time. The types of crashes that I was experiencing had nothing to do with too many users.
Yeah.
It was
nobody
just
was on
bad.
that. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if nobody was on. It was just bad.
Well, we now know that the test, they couldn't get a few hundred people on, so we know it was bad. All right, so you do this for a living. I'm not, I could barely download an app, okay? But you went to Harvard, you're a smart guy, you have your own company. What did they do wrong?
Well, they had developers who I sense had never been paid to create software before. I mean, it was really amateurish. It looks like it was their first job.
Wow.
So the programming was really bad. It looked like it wasn't tested. And even if they had programmed it properly and tested it, the design was wrong, right? Wow. So it really didn't matter whether they did it right.
So this fixing it isn't going to work?
Well, this idea that we're going to tweak it over the weekend or we're going to throw some more hardware on it, that's kind of missing the boat.
It is.
There's some fundamental things that need to change for this system and things that can be done so that it can be improved, much easier to use, much easier to program, and get you to what you need to do. They haven't thought about the buying process. People don't just zip through this like they're buying a book. Yeah. Right? I mean, you go get a policy, you need to figure out whether your doctor is on it, whether you want a high deductible or a low deductible, and do all those comparisons.
If they sent this out $634 million. Now, if they came to your company, could you have designed a better system? Serious, I'm asking on a serious, because you could have, right?
Right. I mean, I don't know all the specifications.
Right.
But clearly, they spent a lot of time and money doing things that were probably unnecessary. I mean, $600 million, I don't know what the number, I was just playing around with $200 million, right? $200 million, $200 an hour is 1 million man hours, 500 man years.
They had 3 years to do this, by the way.
How do they have time to use 500 man years? Or if it's triple that, 1,500 man years?
In all seriousness, if you and maybe some of your colleagues and people that you work with on a regular basis, if I said you need to build a system, what do you think it would cost?
Gosh, you know, I would need to understand all the pieces that they're trying to do.
But to
create something that would allow customers to compare plans, estimate a subsidy, and then pick one and apply for the real subsidy. I mean, if that costs more than $1 million, I would be embarrassed. I've built much more complex systems than this, which is really, this is just filling out a paper form on a computer and getting a subsidy. It's not that complicated.
Wow. Wow. Why don't they just hire you? I want to hire you. You should go in and fix this thing. You're the guy.
You got my number. I'm sure, you know, the president's connections can get my number, too.
Oh, the president loves me here at the Hannity program. Luke, God bless you. Thank you so much. And good luck with your company. Really appreciate it. And up next...